They were forgotten, but not gone. The ancient gods of darkness, buried beneath the ruins of time, still whisper in the ears of those who dare to listen. Their cults, erased from history, still lurk in the shadows, waiting. Tonight, we uncover the forbidden. Welcome to the world of dark gods and lost cults, secrets hidden for centuries, now brought back to light. But beware, some knowledge should remain buried. Imagine a world where the night never truly ends, where the stars above are not mere lights, but watching eyes. In the lands of the Forsaken, ruins of forgotten temples stand like skeletal remains of civilizations that defied the will of these gods. The air here is thick with the scent of old blood, and the stones themselves whisper names that should never be spoken. Those who dare to enter these sacred tombs find themselves lost. Not just in the dark corridors, but in time itself. There was once a kingdom, swallowed by the abyss, its name erased from the tongues of men. The priests of this lost empire worshipped something far beyond human comprehension, an entity that granted them power in exchange for suffering. Their rituals were not prayers, but sacrifices, and the deeper they descended into madness, the more their god answered. Until one night, the entire kingdom vanished, leaving behind only ruins that still bleed in the moonlight. The gods of darkness are not like the deities of men. They do not promise salvation or peace. They do not care for worshippers, only obedience. Those who call upon them seek power, power that always comes with a price. Some gain the strength to crush empires, others become immortal nightmares that no blade can slay. But in the end, all who strike bargains with the forgotten ones find themselves bound in chains stronger than iron. Their souls mere playthings for beings older than time itself. Among the forgotten cults, there was one that knew the art of bending time itself. They did not serve a god of mercy or wisdom, but a being of endless hunger. Their rituals required not gold or blood, but the very essence of time stolen from their victims. They would take years from a man's life, leaving him aged and broken, while they remained untouched by the weight of centuries. But even they could not escape the inevitable. One by one, they faded, vanishing as if they had never existed. In the cold, dead lands of the north, another cult thrived beneath the ice. They were the worshippers of the sleeper, a god that had not moved in 1,000 years. They believed that one day, their master would awaken and drown the world in an eternal winter. Every generation, a chosen few would descend into the ice caverns, offering their bodies as hosts for the sleeper's dreams. Those who returned were never the same. Their eyes glowed like dying stars, and their voices carried the weight of an age before mankind. Then there were the cursed warriors, knights, assassins, and sorcerers who had once fought against these dark cults but fell victim to the very forces they sought to destroy. Their fate was worse than death. They became bound to their enemies, their bodies twisted by magic, their minds shattered by visions of a past they could not change. Some became executioners for the gods they once defied, while others wandered the world, forever searching for a way to break their curse. But what if these cults never truly vanished? What if, hidden in the darkest corners of our world, their descendants still carry out the will of forgotten deities? There are whispers of secret gatherings in abandoned churches, strange symbols appearing overnight on the walls of ruined castles, and people who disappear without a trace, only for their names to be erased from history itself. Perhaps the gods of old are not as dead as we believe. The artifacts left behind by these ancient cults still hold power. An obsidian dagger once used to carve out the hearts of kings. A book, bound in human skin, filled with words that rewrite reality. A mask that, when worn, allows one to see beyond the veil of time. Those who seek these relics do so at great risk, for they do not merely carry history, they carry the will of the gods who created them. And so we are left with one question. If these gods were once worshipped, if their power was real, then what happens when someone somewhere finds a way to wake them up? There are stories, whispers in the dark, of those who have tried. A scholar who disappeared after uncovering a ritual too dangerous to complete. A wanderer who claimed to have seen a god's reflection in a pool of black water and was never seen again. A king who sought eternal rule and ended up ruling over nothing but ash and dust. Those who chase the power of forgotten gods often meet the same fate. But what if someone succeeds? In the city of Alaris, a cult known as the Ashen Hands once attempted the impossible, to break the chains that held their god beneath the earth. Their followers believe that the world we know is a prison, a mere shadow of what once was, and so they performed the ritual of the unveiling, tearing through reality itself. Witnesses spoke of a sky turning black, of walls melting like wax, of shadows moving with minds of their own. Then, in an instant, it was over. The cult was gone, their temple reduced to nothing but a crater. But to this day, strange figures are seen wandering the ruins, their eyes devoid of life, their whispers calling for something that should not return. The world we know is built on the bones of forgotten empires, and beneath those bones lie things older and darker than history itself. In the desolate lands beyond the reach of men, there are still ruins where the air feels heavy, where time itself bends and shatters. Some say the gods are sleeping, but others believe they are only waiting for the right moment, the right hand to reach out, the right voice to speak the words that will bring them back. But can such a thing be stopped? If these gods were sealed away once, perhaps they can be sealed again. Perhaps there are forces still fighting in the shadows, guardians who ensure that these horrors remain buried. Or perhaps it is already too late. Perhaps one day, you will wake to find the stars are not where they should be, that the night lasts longer than it should, that the whispers in your dreams have become voices calling your name. And then you will know the forgotten gods have returned. And if that day comes, what will you do? Will you fight? Will you run? Or will you listen, as so many before you have, to the voices from the dark? Because once you hear them, truly hear them, they never let go. Some believe that power is worth any cost. That knowledge, no matter how dangerous, is still worth seeking. And perhaps they are right. But history has shown us again and again that there are secrets best left undiscovered, doors best left closed, and names best left unspoken. Yet, the world has never lacked fools willing to take the risk. There will always be those who dig too deep, who read too far, who step where no one should step. And one day, someone will go too far. They will say the words that should never be spoken. And then, the silence of the forgotten gods will finally end. The ruins of lost cults still stand, their warnings carved into stone, written in blood. But warnings are only useful to those who listen. And history tells us that mankind never listens. Perhaps, even now, the gods of darkness are watching. Perhaps they are already among us, hidden in the whispers of the wind, the flickering of the candlelight, the eyes of those who linger too long in the shadows. Or perhaps they are waiting for you. If you want to uncover more dark and mysterious stories, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Who knows, your next dream might just be a message from the forgotten gods themselves.